guys, welcome back to the Anchored Media channel. My name is Tatum Ayomike. I am the CEO and executive producer here at Anchored Media. In today's video, we're going to be talking about how to better serve your podcast audience. So first and foremost, you have to get to know them. With podcasting, we are recording, essentially talking to ourselves or our co-hosts. We're recording and uploading it to the internet, and the feedback that you generally get might be, how many listens certain episodes had, reviews if people choose to leave them, maybe a DM here and there or email here and there. But you really want to, as the host, make an effort, a consistent effort, an intentional effort to get to know your audience so that you can create the content that they love, that they're going to share, that they're going to be essentially a mini promoting team for you, because you've hit the nail on the head so well at fulfilling their needs. So here's a couple ways to do that. First, like I said before, pay attention to your analytics. So take a second to see what are the top listened episodes within the last 90 days or so. What are the least listened to episodes? And allow that to see like, oh, my audience needs more content like this and less content like that. Also, pay attention to a lot of their demographic and geographical information. So most of your audience is on the East Coast. That might be relevant to you. You can incorporate some East Coast stories or subject matter things into your content to further connect with them. Or if you want to do a live event or something in person, that's letting you know where you need to go as well. Pay attention to how they're consuming your content. If most of your podcast listeners are on a desktop versus a mobile phone, then that might be really good for you to start incorporating video and things that look good on a bigger screen, because that meets their consumer behavior. So there's a lot of information to be found in your analytics. So take the time to really do a deep dive into those, at least on a quarterly basis. Another great way to get to know your audience is do a survey. Ask them the questions that you want to know. Like some questions you can ask are, what are your favorite podcasts? Why do you listen to these podcasts? How long do you find yourself listening to podcasts? What do you hate about different podcasts? Ask them to list what their favorite podcasts are. Get to know them as much as possible and their listener behavior and consumer behavior as much as possible, because that's going to help you when it comes to planning your content and also what you plan to offer on your show. Click the link in the show notes for a survey template that you can use and send out to your audience. Another way you can get to know them is set up something easy on your website where they can submit questions. Sometimes if you do email, it's a lot of work, right? They have to type in your email address or copy and paste it, write the email. But if you had a link in your show notes that they can just click, go somewhere on your site and submit their question just like that, that'll probably capture more people than if they had to work and to send a direct email. So put something up on your website where it's easy for them to just ask any questions that they have. In addition to getting to know your audience, a better way you can serve them is to engage with them. Right? This is where social media gets to be fun. So instead of liking the comments that they leave, talk back to them, send them a message. If someone posts in their stories that they're listening to your show and they tag you in it, don't just repost it in your story, send them a message and say, thank you so much for listening. What was your favorite part? Start a conversation with them so that they feel included. I love when people post my podcast and tag me in it, and I always make sure to respond and say, thank you for listening. And sometimes I'll even see posts where people were inspired to start their own business or create their own products, and I'll make sure I leave a comment to say, I'm so excited, congratulations, I'm rooting you on, because I want them to know that I appreciate them and the fact that they take time out of their day and their life to consume my content, and the least I could do is say thank you. So do the same thing. Engage with your audience as much as possible and let them know that you appreciate them. You can also utilize your stories on social media to ask them questions. So if you were talking about, let's say, a news story or something like that, post in your stories to say, in this episode, we talked about the latest political election. What do you guys think about XYZ topic? And then let them submit responses, and then you can repost it and respond to them. And that's another way that you're engaging with your audience. And lastly, give them an opportunity to provide feedback. So sometimes people will leave constructive criticism on reviews, but sometimes people, they just stop listening and they don't leave a review because they don't want to be mean. They don't want to offend or anything like that. But provide an easy way for your audience to give you feedback. And this can go in the same place where you're asking them to send you questions. And that way you're able to see how you can improve your content. And don't just ask them for the feedback without incorporating it either. So if they're saying, hey, great. We love the episodes. The audio quality, though, it makes it hard to listen to. Take that into consideration and make it a priority for you to improve the audio quality. Or maybe they say, I love the show, I just wish it was a little bit longer, it seems rushed. That might let you know, well, let me take my time in and further explain these things a little bit better so the audience doesn't feel like I'm rushing the message. So give them an opportunity to provide feedback, and again, take that in and incorporate it into the show so that you can improve your audience experience. That's it for this video. Don't forget to download the template for the survey right here in the description. Make sure that you like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss when we post another video. I'll see you in the next one.